Sziasztok, drága hallgatók, én Mátai András vagyok. Az Utazási Podcast 100. jubileumi adására egy angol nyelvű interjút hoztam nektek. That's right, this is an English episode, but first I need to talk to my Hungarian audience. So if you happen not to speak any Hungarian, just jump ahead 30 seconds and we'll start right away. Így van, drága hallgató, ez most angolul lesz, mert hogy hoztam egy izgalmas történetet Kolumbiából, amit David Rojas jóbarátom mesél el nekünk. A téma egy félre sikerült, sőt mondhatni majdnem halálos autóvásárlás története. A sztori tehát izgalmas, amin keresztül egy kicsit a kolumbiai határvidék életébe is bepillantást nyerhetünk. Ha most azon gondolkozol, hogy ezt nem fogod érteni, ne aggódj, gondoltam rád is. Ezt az adást magyar felirattal szeretnéd meghallgatni, YouTube csatornámon ezt is megteheted. Most pedig induljon az angol nyelvű beszélgetés, amit most szintén innen Kolumbiából publikálok nektek.
Recording.
Okay, hi.
How you feel?
It's my first podcast, so
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nervous?
kind of, but I don't know.
Because you have a story that happened here in
I have
Colombia.
many stories.
You have many stories. But this one, remember that you told this story in Budapest, the house party
Yes,
in the kitchen?
I have told this story like many times.
And everyone was like listening or like, wow.
Yes, it's a good story to tell.
It's a good story to tell.
It's one of those stories that I have reserved to my grandsons.
So it's gonna be your heritage.
Yeah, I have is because I don't want they to do it. So
Okay. So what year was this roughly? Or what was Colombia like this time?
in Colombia at that time, it was 2008. It was a crisis around the world. I remember economic crisis, but in Colombia it was a safe times. A safe time because we used to, have all the violence of Pablo Escobar and everything, and in that time, after Alvaro Uribe's government, we start like having a more secure country. We can travel again, and in that time I was in the university, and I met you. Yeah, we were working at the language department.
Universidad de la Sabana.
Universidad de la Sabana, and we become good friends, close friends, and we decide with a friend of us, Katy, to travel to La Guajira. I had a girlfriend that time, Veronica, and we traveled the 4th. I remember we rent a small car,
Yeah. Really cheap.
a really cheap small car.
But this place, La Guajira, is the north corner with
Yeah.
Venezuela. From here, like more than 1,000 kilometers away.
Way more, yeah. And it's not a car to go to La Guajira, but we did it. And I remember that is the beginning of the story, because when we traveled, we were going to Cabo de la Vela. That is the nice part, the deserts, the sea, all the how do you say? I forgot the.
In Espanol?
No, yeah, it's in Espanol. I forgot. Okay.
In English?
Is all the indigenous?
Yeah. The Vayu people?
Yeah, Guayus.
Vayus.
Rancherias
Rancherias.
was the word I was looking for.
Okay, what's the rancherias in English?
Rancherias is the places that all the Guayus live there. And we were to Cabo de la Vela. That was our destiny. But it was really late. It was dark. So it was dangerous to travel through straight to Cabo de la Vela. We were already in La Guajira, and we decided to go to Maicao. That is the border with Venezuela. I think there is a saying here in Colombia that is, in the night all the cats look I don't know, gray, something like that. That it means that everything looks good in the night. You cannot see the reality. And that happens in Maicao. When we arrive at the night, we start like drinking some beers in the plaza and have food. And I started looking a lot of nice cars, but really, really, really nice cars.
But this is like middle of nowhere, so like really
Yeah.
like broke down.
Yeah, but we cannot see that in the night. Yeah, but it was, of course, a little town in the border, but with nice cars. And everybody has a nice car, had a nice car.
And like SUVs and pickups,
Yeah.
pickup trucks.
Every car was a SUV or pickups. So I didn't say anything in that moment, but it was in my mind all the time. In that time, of course, I didn't have car, I didn't have money, and like I think almost all the young people in the world wants to have nice things. I don't know now, maybe it has changed a little bit, but that was my case in that time.
You wanted a nice.
Of course, I wanted a nice car, I wanted nice things, and for that reason, that was in my mind. So, at next day, early in the morning, we go to Cabo de la Vela. We spent a nice days there, amazing time. And when we were in the rancheria, sleeping in hamacas and everything, eating nice food, excellent food. Do you
remember what we ordered? It was
lobsters. Yeah, I mean, and everything
and it was amazing.
Cheap, really, really, really cheap, and the best food in my life. We met this man that is the owner of the rancheria. A nice guy with a typical clothes and everything. And in one moment on the breakfast, I told him about what I saw in my car, about the cars. And he said, yeah, because those cars are really cheap. And I said, why? Because those cars comes from Venezuela. And from Venezuela, it's really cheap to bring the cars, and those cars maybe can cost 17 million pesos. That, in that moment, one of those cars, it was like 200 million pesos. That was like not sense.
So like 10 times more?
Yeah, 10 times more. Yeah, exactly. So it was no sense for me. But I was young, I was stupid, and so I started believing that it could be possible. And okay, we have a good time in La Guajira. We came back. I remember, like, that is not part of the story, but when we came back, do you remember that we bought gasoline? Because it was really, really cheap.
Yeah, of course.
And we were all the road smelling gasoline. We were like dizzy all the time.
Yeah, because also the gasoline is super cheap in Venezuela, and when they close to the border, it was like 1,000 pesos. So.
Yeah, it was really, really cheap because they steal the gasoline from the tubes. I think it's happened today again.
Yeah, still.
Yeah, they steal the gasoline from the tubes.
And they sell the gasoline in in every
Pimpinas is the name, like a little jars, like
jar,
big jars.
like a gallon,
gallons, yes. And we were like with 2 pimpinas in the car, in that small car with all the bags, smelling gasoline.
Remember when we got back and we told the story to Nelson, to our boss?
Yeah.
He was like, "Kids, you are stupid. If you have an accident or someone runs into you, you're dead."
Yes, we were really stupid. Yeah, and we were really stupid because we take those pimpinas, those gallons of gasoline, to fill the car in the road, and we didn't. But almost all the gasoline was like leaking. Okay, let's continue the story. We returned to Bogota, and that time I sold my family's farm, and I received the commission. It was like 30 million pesos.
Which is like $8,000.
Yeah.
3 million forint.
Okay, 3 million forint. Nice. And I start thinking, okay, I have that money. I cannot buy a good car with that money, but maybe if I go to La Guajira again, I can bring a super nice car with that money. In fact, I want just to use a half of that money. So I called this guy of the rancheria and I told him I have 17 million pesos, or like $4,000, and I want a nice car. He said, okay, what kind of car are you looking for? And I sent a picture of, I remember it was a Ford Sport Truck, like double cabin and, how do you say, Platon?
Like a truck, like a pickup truck.
A pickup truck with double cabin. It was really nice.
But like, what age? So it was like you wanted to buy like a couple of years old car, or what was that idea?
I mean, not brand new, but in that time, that car was new. So the oldest one maybe was 3 years old. I don't know. Okay. And I remember, I think it passed just 5 days until this man contacted me again. And he said, hi, David, I got your truck. And I said, what? Yeah, I'm going to send you pictures. That time it wasn't WhatsApp, so it sent it to my email. And it was a really, really nice car.
Do you still have those photos or email or?
I don't think so. I tried to erase everything of that experience. But maybe. Okay. He said it cost 17 million pesos. Exactly. And I was like, it is too good to be true. But I said, okay, let's do it. I remember I told you I was going to La Guajira again.
I think this was the time when I went home for a month for the summer.
Yes, because you weren't there. Maybe if you were there, you go with me.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But I was back home. Yeah,
okay. Maybe it was the best. Because I was going to tell you why it was the best. Because if I traveled with you, I wouldn't travel with my father. And that's the thing that changed everything.
So luckily you told your father that.
I bought tickets. It was really expensive. Airplane tickets to Riohacha, that is the capital city of La Guajira. I bought one ticket. And one day before I travel, I don't know why, I felt a little scary. So I feel the necessity to tell my dad.
Mm-hmm.
And when I told him, he started like, what? Are you crazy? What are you doing? And I said, Dad, that's the photos of the truck. I already bought a ticket. I have the money. So I'm traveling. And he said, I'm going with you. So I have to buy other ticket. I started using money.
But you were happy that your dad was coming with you?
Yeah, I feel like, yes. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel that if my dad goes, everything is going to be better. That was my thought. So we traveled to La Guajira. We take a cab until Maicao. And when we arrived to Maicao, it was another Maicao. Because, as I told you, in the night was nice, but in that moment was really, really ugly town. Was a different place. It was ugly, dirty, everybody looked like a criminal. It looked like a land of nobody. I mean, without laws. Remember, I go to a plaza del mercado that sells food, and they were selling turtle.
Turtle?
Yeah, I didn't bought it, but a lot of people was eating turtle.
Which is, I guess, illegal, no?
I think it's illegal, yeah.
So just this eating turtle.
Yeah.
It's just
A police was there. And that's
eating turtle.
Maybe. I mean, that's what's caused me more impression that that's something is wrong there. But police was there. I mean, and I know that is they were corrupt because I'm going to tell you why in one moment. So we arrived with my dad. I called this guy and he asked me to meet them in some place. So we were there and there was the truck. It was real and it was a nice truck. Yeah. In fact, it was how do you say, like that everyone has to see this truck. I don't know how to say it.
It looked like too good or like...
No, it's good. It was good, but not like normal. Like tires are...
Like a pimped?
Yeah, pimped, exactly. That's the word. That's the word, pimped.
It's like also like cartooning, you know?
Yes, it was tuning. Yeah, but nice. I mean, maybe a little... Here is llamativa, no, like...
Llamativa is like calling a lot of attention. Everybody's looking at it. Yeah.
But for me, it was good. I mean,
you were like young and like...
Yes, I said, I'm going to be famous in the university. My father checked the car. It was good. In that moment, my dad was, wow, nice car.
He was also like, oh, wow.
Yeah, I want one. No. And that people start asking me for the money.
Who were the people?
Okay, the man of the rancheria, nice guy with traditional clothes of the Wayus. Humble. No, that guy was a different guy now. He was like another clothes with jeans and shirt open, the bottom open until the chest out with golden chains. And his energy was really like criminal energy. And he was with his daughter, like 14 years girl. Like she looks like a prostitute and like
already at the age of 14.
Like a criminal too. With and they were with two guys, big, huge guys.
Also criminals.
They were criminals for sure. I mean, they were quiet. And so I realized that they were the people who bring the truck. They started asking me for the money. I told them that I don't have all the money there, and so I have to go to the bank.
What did you have you had the money with you, no?
Yes, I have all the money on my underwear.
In your underwear?
Yeah. But I told them that I don't have the money because I was like a little scary. I thought maybe I give them the money and they don't give me the truck. So these guys told me they need at least 2 million. And I said, but for what? I said, for the papers. I said, okay. So I entered to the bank and I make a withdrawal of 2 million. So because the guy was with me in the bank, like looking. So I told him, I just withdraw 2 million. When you give me all the papers and the truck, I give you the rest of the money.
Which 2 million is like $800?
Yeah, like 800, yes. My dad stayed with the girl and another guy with the truck. And I went in another truck with the two huge guys and another one. I was in the middle, like I was like an spaghetti, like between those guys. And I realized they had guns.
How?
Because it was like when they sit, I can saw the guns in the belts.
Okay, like it tucked in, like in.
Yes.
And this is the time when they take you to the bank to withdraw the money.
No, I withdraw the money, and then I go with them, with the money, and we went to this official office. That is I don't know how to say it, registraduría. That is the place, the official place when you get your IDs.
Uh-huh.
So we arrived to la registraduría. That is the place, the official place all the Colombians get our IDs. And
Which is a good sign.
yes, I was happy in that moment. I said that, okay, this is
It's
good.
happening,
We are in an official place. I don't know why we were in the registraduría, but I said, maybe. Some guy came out of the registraduría and gave them a folder. At the how to say that?
Like a paper folder.
Yeah, paper folder. And they told me, give us the 2 million. I give the money. They give it to them, and they give me the folder. This is your papers that you're gonna need for the truck. I said, okay. I opened the folder, and it was 2 documents. One is a Venezuelan ID with my picture and all my information.
You had to send this in advance, or?
I think I have to, because I don't know why they have my picture, for sure.
So you had to send it,
Yeah.
because otherwise they...
Yes, exactly. I didn't remember.
You didn't remember?
No, I didn't remember. Maybe in that time I remembered that I sent the picture. But the weird part is that I was like citizen of Venezuela. And I was like, why? And of course this is illegal. And it was like a true ID.
Like a plastic ID.
Yeah, it was true with a number and everything. So I was like, oh, man,
And
this is not good. And also health insurance from Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1 hour, less than 1 hour, I was Venezuelan too. Maybe today I'm Venezuelan too.
maybe. And you forgot to mention that this time you were studying law to become a lawyer.
I was not going to tell that.
No? You don't want to say
No,
this?
it's okay. Yes, I was studying law. As I told you, I was really naive and stupid at that time. But in that moment I said, okay, that's not good. So maybe I'm not going to continue with this. And I started telling these guys, like, why? And they said, because you're going to need it. End of the conversation. I said, okay. We were going to the truck again, where my dad was. And
What are you thinking this time?
no, I was scared.
You were scared?
Yeah.
Like wanted to back out from everything?
Yes.
Already, like escape?
Yes. But I thought that it was not possibility to escape. So I have to continue with everything. So the police stop us. And they start asking questions. But they don't start laughing. They know the police. And they give the police like money, a lot of money, like 500,000 pesos. And they say, okay, bye. So in that moment I said, okay, police
Police won't help you here.
yeah, police won't help me. Yes, these guys belong to a group that they were the law in Macau. Yes, they do whatever they want. So we arrived to the truck, and for some reason, it was a general visiting Macau. And for some reason,
A general visiting.
general, yeah, of
Like
the army,
like a high ranked
the highest
military.
the highest police. So when we arrived, I didn't see the truck. There was my dad, and I asked him, where is the truck? I said, the police took it. I said, what? And that was a good opportunity to tell these guys, okay, this is weird, the papers, everything, so I lost my 2 million, but I'm not going to continue. I told them, this is weird, I don't know if I can continue with this. They said, no, wait us. It's no problem. The police is with us, so they have to do this just because they want to show that they are working, but don't worry, the police already know that is our truck, blah blah blah. So okay, we were to the hotel with my dad.
So they let you. So what? Like they said, like, okay, we take you back to the hotel and we get in touch with you or something like that?
Yes, we call you when we have the truck again. In that moment, I saw my dad like I have never seen him before. Like, he was really, really scared. And he started telling me, like, let's go. If you want, I help you buying a car in Bogota. But please, let's go. And I remember I told him, like, I want to go, but I'm scared that if we go, they can do something to us. They can kill us. And
actually this is a reality.
Yeah.
So it's not.
They can kill us for sure. So I didn't tell him that kill us, but I told him that I was scared that something can happen.
Yeah. And just to put in perspective that we are in Colombia, no man's land, and actually this happens. So it's not like a overestimated risk. So this is like a real risk that could happen.
Of course, if I can put it in a percentage, maybe we have 90% of be killed by these guys. So we take a taxi and we go to the terminal. That is like we took the buses.
So you are like, okay, let's run, escape.
Yeah.
Go to the terminal.
Yeah. The cab driver told us that they were in buses in that time, so we have to take it in Riohacha. So we pay him to take us to Riohacha. But like in the movies, before we leave Maicao, we stop for, I don't know, maybe a traffic light or something. We stopped beside these guys.
In another car? So like in a...
No, they weren't in the car. They were like with the truck. We stopped beside the police station with the truck and these guys. And we were like literally in the floor of the cab, like hiding.
Did you say anything to the cab driver?
The cab driver, I don't remember, but maybe he knows something was happening.
You trusted him?
I didn't trust in anybody there, but I mean, we took the cab in the street. They didn't know who we are. So we arrived to Riohacha, and we was waiting for a bus to go to Santa Marta.
Well, look, go back. You are stopping in the taxi. You are on the floor in the taxi with your dad. What is in your mind?
I was really scared. But it's strange, but I was really scared because I saw my dad scared. Because I feel like I was responsible to bring him. Maybe I was alone, was other story. Maybe I wasn't telling this story.
Maybe, and it's a reality.
So we arrived, we were waiting to a bus to Santa Marta. In Santa Marta, we were going to take up a plane to Bogota. And when we were waiting for the bus, they called me. I said, where are you? And I said, I'm in a bus to Bogota. I didn't say to Santa Marta. I'm in a bus to Bogota. Why? Not because it looks not good. The police, the papers, the fake papers, everything. So he started yelling me, like
He got mad.
really mad, saying like bad words to me. I said, "Wait us there. Leave the bus now." And I said, "Sorry, I'm going to Bogota. Bye." And I hung up. And we took the bus to Santa Marta. And my dad fell asleep. I was in the window, I remember. And these windows has curtains. In one part of the road, we stopped for a long time because there was an accident. And I remember this part I'm going to tell like it was yesterday. We were in that bus. I was in the window. And I remember when the driver of the bus started saying to some car that was beside him, like, "Hey, make the line. Everybody's waiting." And these guys from the car start saying, "Shut up your mouth, fucking la 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 la." And I recognized the voices. I looked for the window and there was these guys. I closed the curtain. I remember I started praying to God. I mean, like, "God, please." And my dad was sleeping. I was, God, he were looking for the bus that was going to Bogota.
Not to Santa Marta.
No, Santa Marta. The bus to Bogota was bigger. So when this accident,
So basically they were in a truck, like going after on the highway or like on the road,
highway.
And they stopped every single bus that was going to Bogota and they searched
Yes.
them.
For sure, they do that. For sure, they did that. So when the accident passed, or I don't know, we can start continuing. They speed like really, really fast. And in that moment, I was like calm. I mean, not 100% calm, but more calm. And we arrived to Santa Marta. We were in the plane. The plane has some damage, so we have to stay in Santa Marta that night. Next day, we went to Bogota. And the end of the story is that this guy called me again, contacted me again, and I told him that I didn't want to do this kind of business. He said that sorry, that he can find another car legally, and that's all. I mean, I didn't talk with them again. I remember that I cannot hear like a Guajirian person for a long time. If I was in a restaurant and I heard
An accent
from there, I was scared. Or in the university because they know where I study. But
they had all your papers. Like they had to have your photo, your data, address.
I don't know address. Maybe not. But yes, they have all the information. But they cannot use it for anything. Maybe they vote for Maduro with my documents.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
You should check it. Maybe you are still in the system.
I don't want to check anything. But that was the story. And of course, it's a story of a young, stupid guy that wants things in the easy way. I learned that it was not the way. I lost a lot of money, but I earned an experience and a good story to tell. So after that, I heard a lot of news show that there was a group in La Guajira that killed people in Venezuela, steal the cars, and bring it to Colombia. So maybe I was going to buy a car.
A stolen car.
A stolen car for a dead guy. Or other people told me that the modus operandi, that is how they work, these criminal bands, is that they give me the car, I give them the money, and in the road, they stop me, kill me, and take the truck again. So I have a nice and funny story of this story. That is, how do you say placa?
The license plate.
The license plate of the car said Carabobo. That is a place from Venezuela, Carabobo. But it translate in Spanish, like dumb face. And I said, that was me, a dumb face. And I think that's the story. I don't know. Nowadays, I have nicest cars, and I work for it. So
yeah, I know that.
Yes,
that's a good story.
It's much better.
That's a good story. Thank you, dude, for telling.
No, thank you. I hope you like the story.
Yeah, one last question. Have you ever talked about this with your dad since you got back?
I remember that it was like a topic to talk and all the Christmas, like for 2 years maybe.
Yeah.
But after that.
But like how? Like, son, you were stupid? Like,
no, my dad like told them, like, no, David did this, and we were in our heat, and we have to hide in the taxi, in the cab, like, of course, laughing and everything now. But I remember in that moment he was really, really, really scared. Like, I have never seen him. Mm-hmm. But we have talked about this like in a lot of years, many times.
Yeah. Then did he ever tell you that, son, you were stupid, or he didn't need to?
He didn't need to. But for sure, he has done very stupid things too when he was young. I think he has more stories to tell than me, for sure. But that's all.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you. I hope you like the story, and don't do it.
And now I'll talk again to my Hungarian audience. But before that, thank you for listening and stay tuned as I have other interviews in the pipeline. Most pedig vissza hozzátok, drága hallgatók, mert nagyon is kíváncsi vagyok, hogy mit szóltok ehhez az angol nyelvű interjúhoz. Utazás közben rengeteg történettel találkozom, köztük sok olyannal is, amiket angol vagy spanyol nyelven mesélnek el nekem. És ilyenkor mindig azt érzem, hogy ezeket is el kell hoznom nektek valahogyan. Úgyhogy most még inkább kíváncsi vagyok a véleményetekre. Mennyire volt nehéz megérteni David kolumbiai akcentusát? Segített a magyar felirat? Hogy tetszett maga a sztori? Mindenre kíváncsi vagyok. Azt viszont biztosan mondhatom, hogy bármi is lesz a visszajelzés, elsődlegesen maradok a magyar nyelvű interjúknál, de időről időre olyan történettel találkozom, amiről azt gondolom, hogy megéri elhozni, azt felveszem és megosztom veletek. A többi itt megszokott felhívás helyett pedig most inkább csak elköszönök tőletek. Engem MÁTAI Andrásnak hívnak, hamarosan találkozunk, sziasztok! És még egyszer, ne felejtsetek visszajelzést küldeni. Köszönöm, sziasztok!